How's the week gone? Just having, kind of a whole week to stew about that game and not have another one in between.
Well, main thing we were trying to do was trying to get that taste out of our mouth. You know, it was a tough loss, so we just been maintaining, trying to focus on, getting better each and every day. Because, we got finals and we got practice, so we basically trying to, balance both of them out. But, it's a work in progress, and we're tagging along with it.
Desi came in and gave you guys a pretty good spark off the bench. What'd you think of his performance in the game the other day, and just his performance on the season? Kind of what he's added to the team so far.
One thing Desi's added to the team is a lot of energy. I mean, we have a lot of energy guys off the bench, but he's our main energy guy coming off the bench. I mean, he had that spark, when we like in the middle of the game, and we just couldn't, find him after. And with going down the stretch, we got to do things such as, find him whenever he gets tight because, he's been showing potential the past couple of days in practices, and actually, as y'all can see in the game also.
Is there something particularly you really like about his game, or besides energy, what does he bring to you guys?
I like the fact that he never backs down. I mean, we could be in a situation to where we were losing or anything. Like yesterday in practice, I was on one team, he was on another. His team was losing, and like he's on the sideline trying to, motivate his team to, get with the program and run the floor and do certain things on the floor to, bring them back in the game. And basically, he's showing a little bit of a leadership role in like certain areas of like the game as we go down the stretch.
North Little Rock's about as close to El Dorado as you get to play, and some of the guys. Does it mean a lot? Just and like does your family or more people get to go to this game than maybe others would?
It means a lot to me because like you said, I get family to come up here, friends, all that. Basically, half of El Dorado was going to be up there because It's just that. Me being able to make it out and, achieve a lot of things, it just shows them that, hard work pays off and they want to come see hard work and talent,
Yeah, I hear ticket sales are going pretty good down there. You guys only play once. It seems like no matter who you're playing, people are just excited to see you guys play. What do you remember about the atmosphere down there last year, and what are you anticipating for Saturday night?
The atmosphere was crazy last year. I think it was sold out last year, wasn't it? I can't remember. But when I got down there, once the first person walked in, the energy just went up in the building, and it just never stopped. It's like it blew the roof off the building. And as soon as the tip-off went, you could just feel it, and you could feed off that energy. And it's like everybody in there was ready to watch Razorback basketball.
And when you looked at the tape from the other night, what stood out to you down the stretch that on some of the offensive possessions? What was going on?
I think maybe some of the you saying like the offensive possessions for us?
Yeah.
Most of the possessions that we had, it was just sticking in one person's hands. Like Coach said, we didn't have that many assists. Only one guy we had like 10 assists, and then one guy had 7 of them. And so that lets you know that the ball stuck in one person's hands. We didn't move on offense as much. Basically when we come down, we have to, move the ball to where we can get good cuts, certain baskets, and all that. So basically, coming down the stretch, we got to move the ball, and if we don't move the ball, our offense gets stuck.
Like on their last possession, you were trying to front Bassie, and you fell down. Did you feel like he hooked you, or did you just lose your balance, or kind of from your perspective, how'd that play go down?
It probably was a little bit of both. I just know that in that situation, I need to stay on my feet, be strong, just stay on my feet. So, because if I would have stayed on my feet, they would have never got that basket on the backside because Dro had to come help me when I fell on the ground. So, moral of the story, I just had to stay on my feet and, just stay solid on defense because, when he came around, he hooked me a little bit, but, sometimes we only had 2 reps. So, I wasn't expecting them to see that foul anyway. So, that's why I didn't complain that much. So, I just had to stay on my feet. Because in situations like that can cost us games, and that's what it did.
UTSA, they're 3-6, not the best record, obviously. How do you guys approach a game like this, especially coming off a tough loss?
We approach this game as we approach any other game. We got to come out and play our best because we can't just, go out, a team is 3-6 and just play on their level. We got to, play beyond their level. We got to go to another level that we hadn't been to before. And, if we don't get to that certain level and play at their level, it might turn out as another loss like how Western Kentucky did.
Bassie, a highly touted guy. He had a good game. You had a good game. After playing him, what'd you think about him, how the matchup went?
He was a real big guy. He was 250 pounds, if I'm not mistaken, 240 maybe. And, you know, just going against a guy like that, you get tired quick because, you know, you're trying to battle with him on the inside. And, you know, with him being just a freshman, I mean, he has a lot of potential. And he's going to be a great player.
Hey, Daniel, what have you seen from the accountability factor of you and your teammates in the days since then, like for what happened, you know, for the loss? What have you seen from your teammates?
From what I'm seeing is that us having this loss like this, it's showing us a lot of things because just like the Texas loss, it showed us, you know, that when we get a lead, we got to make sure we keep that lead. But this loss is going to show us that we're going to have to, you know, grind it out no matter how tired we are, no matter how sluggish we feel. We just got to grind it out for the whole 40 minutes. We just can't take breaks on certain possessions.
Mike Anderson said after the top maybe Colorado State game, everyone almost shot too well, that there's a little kind of fool's gold that maybe depending on shooting well, and that maybe was a factor the other day. You feel that's
maybe so. I really couldn't tell. I mean, we shot it well against Colorado State. I mean, if we would have came in and shot it well against Western Kentucky, I'm pretty sure we would have won. But, you know, we can't focus on mainly just, you know, shooting threes all the time or shooting jump shots. So that's basically my point on it.
You guys came in holding opponents about 36%, and West Kentucky, you know, shot 50%. They're probably a lot better team than their record showed. But how'd you feel about the defense, and has the defense been a focal point in practice this week?
Defense has been a main focal point in practice because in certain possessions throughout the stretch when we played Western Kentucky, we just, you know, didn't guard well. I mean, I didn't protect the basket. They were attacking the lanes too easily, and I was getting buried in the post. And it's just that we have to fix those things, you know, going down the stretch because we have a real big conference and we're trying to make it far.
Anything else, Dan? All right, appreciate it. Thanks for coming in.